Hello, this is Brian Shannon from Affymetrix Blogspot. It's Wednesday, the 21st of February, 2007. I've got the S&P 500 on the screen right now. They finished with a loss of 11 cents. Just a slight pullback, although it did gap down a little bit, I think, and scare some people, breaking below yesterday afternoon's low and making a lower low, in essence. But it was able to find some support right up at that 5-day moving average, which is advancing. And really no damage done, I'd say. The trend continues to be higher in there. If you're looking for the top, you're looking in the wrong place, it looks like, at least so far. Nasdaq 100, we've been getting more bullish on this, and today the Nasdaq did add 1.1% actually. So actually I don't think that's right. I think I've got a bad print in here because this close looks wrong. But anyways, the Nasdaq did finish with a gain today. That's the important thing here, and it continues to add a little bit of relative strength to the S&P 500. You can see it wasn't 1%. That's taken into account yesterday's gain and today's. So we did have a gain though, and it looks like the buyers are in control. It did take all the the low from yesterday afternoon, but it did also hold above the prior little resistance level here where we've seen this breakout came from at 44.85 or so. So I think 44.85 is probably the best area to continue to look for support. And as I said yesterday, I think we're probably due for a pretty quick test of the high at 45.40. Once we get that, I think we're going to be able to push up through that level as well and continue to see a little bit of outperformance from the Qs. The mid caps were once again higher. It seems like every day that these things are higher, but the path of least resistance is higher, and no reason to look for it to do anything but continue higher and consolidate the gains. Best support is probably down here near 156.50. We've also got a little bit near 157.25 that you might want to look at, but it's getting a little bit extended in here, so just be careful. Don't get too cocky with the long side, because as soon as it becomes very easy to make money on the long side and everything, which it seemed like that to me today. There were a lot of the good little stocks moving, and when it gets easy like that, it usually occurs right before some kind of correction. Not that that's what I'm calling for, but just keep your yourself alert to the possibility of a little bit of a pullback. There's so many bullish-looking stocks out there that, and very few bearish-looking stocks, that a lot of times that acts as a pretty good contrarian indicator. SMH, the semiconductors, continue to be stuck in this range. Nothing really going on here. If it can get above 34.75, maybe we can get a little bit more upside action, but really not worth mentioning. Let's take a look at the stocks we've been in. CyberSource, we got involved in yesterday at 12.50. I said raise your stop to break even, so should have been stopped out at even in CyberSource. SCUR, Secure Computing, we got involved yesterday also at 9.05. I said raise your stop to 9.08, so basically got stopped out break even there. Hopefully it was enough to cover your commissions. The bigger winner from yesterday was GigaMedia, GIGM. We got involved in that one down here at 12.45, and I had suggested raising your stop just below yesterday afternoon's lows. So that was just enough to shake us out, but it shook us out at 13.08. That's a gain of 63 cents. So that's a nice little gain for a cheap stock in GIGM. As far as the stocks for today goes, we had Affymetrix. We were looking for a pullback first to 28 and then a buy strength. It never pulled back to 28. The low was 28.02, so there's no reason to get involved in that one. COSI, we were looking to buy above 675. Obviously, that didn't occur, so there was no trade that should have been taking place in there either. InfoSpace, the play in here was to buy it above 23.60. You can see that happened, but we did have a stop in place at 23.38. Just below here, so you can see that. And actually that level acted as resistance as well, so that was a good place to have the stop, as we got stopped out for a small loss there, just 22 cents. And finally, mama.com, M-A-M-A, we were looking to buy that one above 545. That didn't occur. No reason to get involved in that stock today.